Inside the 40.
That's good for a Green Bay Packer. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And they'll run with a 1,000-yard rusher a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
So many times someone's success is the product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019, it all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games, got handed the ball 100 more times last year, and as an end result, broke 1,000 yards in a season rushing for the first time in his career.
He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again. Rodgers eluding the pressure right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now it's Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
The handoff to Aaron.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
So on now for the Packers at their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And the 13-year man puts it through. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away.
Amir Abdullah on the return. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
number 33,
Dalvin Cook
Touchdown.
with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Point is good. Makes the score Vikings 17, Packers 9.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Packers take over first and 10. At their own
the Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rodgers. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. The rookie Jeff Gladney picks it.
Now, Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Following the interception, Cousins. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead is up to 15 now. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
On the return, the Packers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 10 yards there to start the drive and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. Looking deep for Adams. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. Incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers. He'll find McGuire complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers get a score closer. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good.
Makes the score Vikings 24. Packers 6.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And
one play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Cousins to throw it. Setting up the screen for Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Complete to Dalvin Cook. It's a gain of 8.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
The 50-yard line.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Justin Jefferson, the rookie, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
3rd down. And 2 yards to go.
Cousins now from the 50. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
4th down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. To the air again, it's Cousins. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And on 4th and short, they snag a gain of over 30. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
No, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. You fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Cousins again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, and it's 3rd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
On third down, Cousins. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Well, I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. That is caught at the 7. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Packers move back within a couple of the lead.
That's the score.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. This time they stay on the ground. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway? And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Packers take over 1st and 10.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. On 2nd down, Dillon gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
A.J. Dillon.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
It's 4th down.
Here's J.K. Scott now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. He'll look to throw right away. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up
facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. A give to Cook out of the gun. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Brought down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the red zone now, Cousins. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Cook following the penalty. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Now a give to Madison. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
This is the ball carrier.
Alexander Madison, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Bailey now for the extra point.
Point after.
And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score Vikings 31, Packers 23.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as
into a double team, and it's intercepted. The rookie Jeff Gladney picks it, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick, rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem?
Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick six for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really started to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year two, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Cousins now. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing is Cousins. They've got his man complete. Past the 20. And he's going to get this down inside of Green Bay's 15-yard line. And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare because no one's being stopped throwing the ball downfield, and points are going on the board.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Touchdown.
A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
For the point after.
He's got the hat trick. 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out?
I didn't have mine. You got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for a nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt the return.
25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
1st and 10.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll throw from the gun. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's Cousins. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Preston Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Dean Lowry, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the return is Irvin. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's caught by Funchess. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
2nd and 3.
Now it's Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A.J. Dillon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, that turned out how they wanted. Run the toss play to the left side, go for that pylon, get in there.
And just being able to understand where the pylon was and sneak it in there, well done, well executed.
And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
The game is tied at 38 all.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window. Everything is flipped in the other direction.
Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Rodgers, he's going to go deep for Funchess. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. Well, that's a good first step, but several steps still to go.
They still have time for the possible game-winning field goal. Time for them to be quick and hurry at the same time.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. A give. This is Cook. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 22 and a first down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Here's Cousins. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a third and long.
And it brings up third down.
Now Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So it all comes down to the foot of Dan Bailey. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So it all comes down to the foot of Dan Bailey.
A 29-yard attempt.
And his kick is through. It is good. Dan Bailey, the hero as time expires. And it'll be a fun time in the Twin Cities tonight. The Vikings win it. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Vikings, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions.